Hey everybody, welcome back to Ross. I'm Ross, and this is the channel where I let Bob Ross teach me how to paint. Today we're going to be doing Season 13, Episode 5, Mountain View. So let's just get started. As always, we have our liquid white coated canvas, and we are going to start by painting the sky. So I already have two colors out here. I have a bright red, which I just had scarlet and vermilion to choose from, so I went with vermilion, and phthalo blue. And we're going to start with the scarlet red, and Bob's warned us that these are very strong colors, so to just use a very little bit, which I think is probably something that I struggle with. Bob always does his little crisscross motion. It is a very bright color. I think the last time we used this color in the sky definitely got away from me. It was very bright. Bob says we can always add more color if we need to, but it's really hard to get out. This looks good though. Get a little more. Cool. And then, without cleaning the brush, we are going to pick up some of this blue color. Again, just a really tiny bit. It should be sort of a really light blue once it mixes with the liquid white. Since I've been doing these videos, one of my goals, since I've noticed that I have trouble with it, is keeping the painting nice and light and not letting it get too dark. So I always am thinking about that. And we'll fill in some of these other spots. Too much on the brush there. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I feel like my last two paintings have come out way better than the first few paintings, in my opinion anyway. So I'm going to try and keep that streak rolling. This is already looking a little dark, so I might sneaky add a little liquid white. I was not trying to rhyme that. Okay, that's looking decent. Now I'm going to pull a little bit of color out here. We're going to be doing some clouds. Another thing that I have trouble with is when Bob Ross blends everything. I feel like my paint sort of blends way too much. I don't know if I'm hitting the canvas too hard or what, but please let me know. But I'm going to trust him and give this a shot. Ooh, uh-oh. Maybe I'm going to clean my brush first. Alright, let's go Bob. If you watch any Bob Ross, you know that he loves water, so next we're going to lay in the foundation for some water. He always starts on the bottom and outside to just kind of pull it in. Now that the water is laid down, I'm gonna take some of this bright red, just a little tiny bit, and just sort of reflect the sky down into the water. It might have been a little much, but that's cool. Not even sure how much of that's gonna get hidden up by the end of the painting anyway. Bob said, Bob was just kind of like, you know, I like water, so I'm gonna just put some in there for later. I don't know how much we're gonna need. Here we go again with the palette knife. As you guys know, I hate this thing, but hopefully this time it goes better. And we are going to make some mountains now. So we're going to take some red, black, and Van Dyke brown. Yeah, that's kind of a thin roll, so maybe I'm getting a little bit better. Now, shaping these things is always difficult for me. Let's see. He starts sort of with this big guy. This is where we get all our frustrations out, and that's what Bob told us. So, even though I don't like this thing, I'm really gonna lay it in there and get some of that good Bob Ross therapy going. To finish out these mountains that are supposed to look far away, I'm just going to take my brush and pull the color. That's probably my immediate favorite as far as mountains go that I've done before, so alright, yay us. For this next part, we're going to be doing something a little bit different that I haven't really done before, which is like marbling the colors. I think there was a few paintings I've done where I was supposed to do that, maybe my desert one, but it didn't really turn out that way. Now that I've had a little more practice, let's see what we can do. We're gonna take some of the, I'm using scarlet. We're gonna take some yellow ochre, some burnt sienna, and white. And then what he does, I guess he kind of like, I don't know, swatches it out like that. I guess that's right. Interesting. He is constantly cleaning his knife right now to get all these different colors. He takes a little bit of blue and burrows it sort of here. I guess that's okay. To create the illusion of distance, somehow we're gonna lightly dot this. Oh no. Colored up my nice color. Uh-oh. I can fix it. More paint. Yeah. So am I crazy? Am I just like super noob at paint, but does just throwing more paint on work? Is that something that I'm supposed to be doing? Or is that ultimately going to hurt me down the road? Please let me know. I truly am just trying to learn how to paint here. That's pretty cool. I am going to repeat that on the big mountain. If there's a secret to any kind of painting, it's to practice. That's what Bob says. Words of wisdom. Too true. Anybody can do it if you're just willing to spend a little time practicing. One more time, we are going to do the marbling on this part. Wow. I think those came out to be my favorite mounts that I've done so far. Awesome. My hands are getting a little bit painty. This is my first full tube of cad yellow that I'm about out of, so watch me struggle as I try to get all the paint out. What are your guys' favorite methods for getting all the paint? Sure, that'll be enough for now. Now for this next part, I'm gonna take just a tiny bit of sap green and mix that with my cad yellow. You all know I like a really bright yellow color. We are going to sort of pull these hills down. We're trying to grab a little bit of the color from the mountains, but not too much that it covers up what's supposed to be sort of grass. Excellent. Gonna get a little bit of the green just to add a little variety. Really trying to be careful to not use too much. It's definitely a classic Ross move, and I don't mean Bob. Gonna add some stones and whatnot now. So we're gonna use our brown and black combo. Now, Bob highlights this little thing with his brush, but I think I'm gonna just use a little bit of liquid white on my palette knife. I definitely overblended that one. So maybe I'll grab some regular white. For this little guy, we are going to take our yellow greenie, fill that in, wow. Break time. I'm just gonna finish up filling in some of this yellow green stuff we got going on. Just a touch more green. Nice. Now, it's always nice to hear when people who are skilled at things say that they had trouble with something in the past, and Bob said that for this next part where we're gonna create a shimmer in the water, he always had trouble with that, but now he finds it just to be the easiest and most enjoyable part of a painting. So, you know, if Bob had trouble with it and now that's his favorite and he's Bob, then I think we can do it too. He takes a little phthalo blue. Actually, I'm gonna get just a little bit of black first and then go into the phthalo blue. And we pull it straight down. He said that's very important. finish that off, I'm gonna just sort of swoop across it real light. And that is a nice little shimmer in the water. Thank you, Bob. Next, we're gonna make our land. So I'm gonna take some of our burnt sienna and a little of our Van Dyke brown. Bob said, try to cut a hole in the canvas with this, so I'm really trying to go hard on it. To finish off the land, we have to make some little watermarks, so I'm gonna take a little bit of my liquid white and mix that in with my actual white, because I found for the water that works a little better than just either the white or the liquid white. It does come out a weird consistency though, but whatever works. Right there. I mean, that could be, you know, just a little wave kind of thing happening. Happy little mistake. I think that water's looking pretty good. We'll get some Van Dyke brown next. Van Dyke brown and sap green. We're gonna sort of make a new land mass. The tree would be very happy if he lived right out here. This tree needs a little friend. We're gonna put one right here. I'm gonna make that tree really big. I'm going to use the fan brush to also put some leaves on these guys, which means I get to try out my new Blick Cadmium Yellow. Let's see how this one does compared to the Bob Ross one. Ooh, I just put way too much of that out there, but I like that color, so that's okay. You know, if you guys would be interested in seeing me do some reviews on different kinds of oil paints, that might be something that I would be interested in doing. I saw when I went to Blick there was actually a couple of local based paint places that had some reasonably priced oil paints. So yeah, let me know if you guys would be interested in that. I'm gonna use my fan brush to lay on this yellow. Trying to be real careful not to overdo it as I do. gonna come in with a little tiny bit of the green as well. Uh-oh. Starting to mix some mud. Gotta be careful. I think that's about as good as those guys are gonna get. Put some bushes down here around this too. Yeah, I like that. To finish off this little landmass, we're gonna just create another bit of land like we did over here. So I'll take my Van Dyke Brown and burnt sienna combo. And as always, I'll finish that off with a little water. Not too happy with that. Let's see what we can do to fix it. Right. Now we're gonna make another landmass tree area over on this side. Big decisions, he says. We are using a mixture of the Van Dyke Brown, the sap green, black, red. He said really anything that we've got left on our palette that's not the brighter colors, it seems. Wow, he sure has a big old area over here. Alright. Really big tree there. An even bigger one. Wow, this one goes all the way to the top. Whew. Bob really just fills all this in. Let me get a little Van Dyke Brown to make the limbs for these trees. Whew. So oily. That one's weird. That certainly didn't roll off like Bob's paint does. How does he use this dang thing? shadow in these guys just a tad. Wow, that was more than a tad. Can I fix that? Kind of fixed it. Get a couple of limbs on these trees. Using our Van Dyke Brown. There's a little white on there, but I'm not too worried about that. And I'm going to use my fan brush to put a little more foliage on these trees. Make them look nice and bright. Excellent. To finish off this painting, we're just going to kind of fill in this land area down here with a bit more yellow-green bushes, whatever we want really. Anything that makes us happy. That's why I love doing Bob Ross paintings. If you're ever feeling stressed, he just makes everything so calm. Easy. It's the best. Just gonna have some fun and use the rest of this tube of cad yellow on this painting. Just gonna grab it right out of here. Yeah. That didn't work so well. Take a little brown here. Make maybe a little rocky feature. Gonna take this and blend that a little bit. Wow, that's cool. That's a finished painting. All I gotta do is the one thing that I always kind of forget about, which is sign my name. So I'm gonna take my fan brush and do that. Wow, here we have it, guys. That's awesome. These mountains are definitely the best mountains that I've ever done. The sky turned out nice and light. I was able to keep everything nice and light. I didn't forget to record the last part of the video like in the last couple of videos. Thanks for hanging with me through that, by the way. And thanks for coming to watch this video. I feel like each time here I'm improving. So if that's what you came here for, then I hope you're having a great time. If you liked this painting, I would love to hear it. If you thought I could have done something different that would have improved it, let me know, because as I always say, I am just here to learn. Thanks again for watching this video. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for coming. I'll see you guys next time.